Welcome to the podcast for Brain and Cortland in the morning on 98.1 K-Hawk.
Cedar Rapids, #1 for New Country, 98.1 K-Hawk. A bar song from Shabuzi. Good morning, it's Brain and Cortland. Welcome to a Tuesday. Welcome to the deep freeze.
Yeah, it doesn't feel great out there.
Man alive.
Welcome to me sounding like a man.
Hi. I thought Brain and Cortland was a man and a woman.
Not anymore. It's me, Steve.
Brain and Steve in the morning.
I don't know what happened, but I woke up from my nap yesterday and I felt that familiar tickle in the back of the throat. And I thought, oh no. And I woke up in the middle of the night and of course my throat was on fire. So I feel
throat is on fire.
Fantastic. Other than that though, I don't really have any other illness. You know, I have sneezed a few times.
Other than the fact your throat is burning like a fire, a blaze in an Iowa winter.
I told my mom on the phone last night, I said, at least you'll get to deal with me while I'm sick.
You're going to go home. And if you do, happen to get sick, you'll have someone to take care of you, which I'm sure is exactly what your mother wanted to do over Thanksgiving break.
That's exactly what she was hoping for.
Mommy, take care of me.
To take care of her 33-year-old daughter.
Listen, it doesn't matter how old you are. When I find this to be true anyway, when I get sick, I'm down. I'm down like the biggest baby ever.
Well, that's also because you're a man.
You know what? I'll accept that criticism.
It's a stereotype for sure, but it's so true. When men are sick, they're so much more dramatic. When women are sick, they're like, I got too much to get done.
Yeah. I know some women. I don't want to name names, but it rhymes with
Schmally.
And she may or may not be my wife. Pretty dramatic when she doesn't feel well. However, I will say this, and this might be a stereotype and generalization as well, but I don't think that anybody is more in tune with their body than women. Women, for some reason,
we don't have a choice.
They can tell when something is a little bit off. My wife has been able to do that for years, and she's like, something's wrong. I think I'm getting sick. I'm like, how do you don't know?
Yeah.
And then she does. I'm like, okay, I'm never doubting you again.
Yep. That should be true anyway.
Okay, all right, yes, because, sure, yeah. You're always
Women
right.
are never, ever wrong.
18 degrees right now in downtown Cedar Rapids. It's 18 degrees.
And I still didn't put on my winter coat this morning. I refuse.
I put on a heavier coat today, but I'm not breaking out my winter one yet. No, not till there's snow on the ground.
Yeah.
And icicles around my cold, dead heart.
But 18 degrees.
That's a little chilly, isn't it?
Come on.
It's Brain and Cortland at K-Hawk. Cedar Rapids, #1 for New Country, 98.1 K-Hawk. Luke Combs and Where the Wild Things Are. Good morning, it's Brain and Cortland.
No, it's not. It's Brain and Steve.
Oh, I'm sorry, Brain and Steve in the morning.
What's up?
Hey, what's up, Steve? Thanks for coming in.
So you watched something new last night that you were really excited about.
I watched yesterday afternoon. I knew it was coming out. It premiered on Netflix yesterday, and it's called Cold Case, Who Killed JonBenet Ramsey?
One of the most famous cold cases of all time. And with DNA evidence, you feel like they should be able to solve it by now. What year did this take place?
It was the day after Christmas, 1996.
Okay.
And so this particular documentary interviews all of the main players as far as police detectives, the DA, investigators.
What about the family? Do they have the family in there?
Well, as you know, Patsy Ramsey passed away of cancer years ago. However, the father did take part in the documentary. They did use old interviews with the couple, too, because, as you know.
What about the brother?
No, the brother did not take part.
Okay.
However, let's just go ahead and rule him out right now, because what this family has been through, first of all, much has been made of whether or not the family was involved with her death.
Well, there was a lot of things that were very sketchy about the initial investigation.
And you will find out. I don't want to spoil this for anybody, but you will find out over the course of this documentary that police and investigators planted false information within the press to try and get the couple to break. Mm-hmm. They didn't focus on anybody else. They focused on one suspect, and it was the parents.
But I know that there have been other suspects over the years since then.
There have been, and some creepy people.
Yeah.
And part of the problem is the DNA evidence that they had and what that was gathered in 1996.
It was tainted, right?
Well,
Because they let people walk through the crime scene.
just you got to watch this because you will feel completely differently about the case. You will feel.
I have listened to a lot of documentaries or, podcasts, true crime podcasts, and I've also watched quite a few documentaries on the JonBenet Ramsey thing from all different angles. And it's just one of those stories where I personally feel like it's never going to be solved.
I don't know if it ever will be, but after watching this, I can.
Your perspective changed.
My perspective changed because, like everybody else, I suspected the parents or the family. And the father at the end of the movie says, "Of course you did. Of course you did. That's because they wanted you to."
Well, that's also because when there is a crime like this,
yes,
it's usually somebody close to the person who is murdered.
It either is, a lot of times, unfortunately, the family, or, like you said,
a close family friend. Yes.
Somebody the family knew.
Mm-hmm.
And
it's very rare that people are murdered by complete strangers.
And do you get clarity and an answer at the end of this documentary?
No.
Of course you don't. However,
that would have been a huge news story.
Yeah. However, I after watching it, I just there's so many things I wish that they would do now with the DNA technology that we have.
It's just such a tragic story.
It is.
Like, she was just a little girl.
And
you see these photos of her as a beauty queen, and she looks so grown up. And then you realize, like, no, she was
6.
Yeah.
She was 6.
She was like a baby.
There was
6 years old is like a baby.
There was a great line in the documentary, and there was an investigator that was working for the family. And he said, were the parents guilty of child abuse or first-degree murder? He said no. He goes, they were guilty of being naive, that putting their daughter in those outfits, having her pictures taken like that, wouldn't potentially have consequences. And when that happens, they go and they talk to other parents who are on that same beauty pageant circuit that JonBenet was on.
Yeah.
And they talked about all the people who would come to these pageants and watched, and they were not relatives.
No.
And they were not friends.
They are creeps.
They were creeps.
Straight up creeps.
Anyway, it's 3 parts. I thought it was fantastically done, and it's on Netflix, so check it out. Cold
Love
case.
it.
Will it ever be solved? Probably not.
That'll definitely
You're probably right.
Be something that my mom and I watch this weekend.
Yeah, it's definitely worth it. Brandon Cortland at K-Hawk. Cedar Rapids, #1 for New Country, 98.1 K-Hawk, and how country feels from Randy Hauser. Country feels a little cold right now, Randy, if I'm being completely honest. It's Brandon Steve. We got to stop calling it that. People are going to be like, where did Cortland go?
She left. She's gone. We don't talk about her anymore. It's my best manly voice.
Oh, my God. It's somewhat frightening. Hey, we're giving away more tickets to County Line Country Fest coming back to Prairie du Chien in 2025. Headliners include Russell Dickerson, Dustin Lynch, Craig Morgan, and more artists will be named as we get closer to the actual date of the event.
It's not close.
End of July.
Yeah.
So July 31st through August 2nd, if you want to put it on your calendar, because we're giving away weekend passes again this morning.
Yes, we are. And that'll give you plenty of time to plan. Because, it's not anytime soon.
No. It's not.
So you can work out all the details, but the tickets will be covered.
That's right. Weekend passes. Just listen for the sounder of hit songs from some of the headliners. Be caller number 10 when you hear it. We'll play this morning at around 8:40.
8:40.
All right. More County Line Country Fest tickets coming your way in the 8 o'clock hour on 98.1 K-Hawk. Cedar Rapids, #1 for New Country, 98.1 K-Hawk, Dirks Bentley, and What Was I Thinking? Good morning, it's Brain and Cortland. And coming soon to Marion. Yes, coming soon to a neighborhood near me. A place where I can go get a drink and play with cats.
Well, a drink as in a tea. Not like an alcoholic beverage.
Okay. Well, no, I don't. First of all, I don't believe that alcohol and felines mix.
No.
So if we can keep them separate, that's fine. Okay. So what? Yeah. When I say drink, I don't mean that kind of drink. But what are we talking about here? Where is this place going to be at?
Okay. I saw this on Facebook yesterday, and even though I'm highly allergic to cats, I still got excited about this. Cat cafes are all the rage right now.
Yep.
And we have, I think, a couple in eastern Iowa, but none here in the corridor. And there is a business over in Marion called Mabel and Pearl Tea Company. And obviously, they sell tea and tea accessories. But the ultimate plan is to open up a tea lounge with a separate room where you can go in and hang out with adoptable cats.
Okay.
And I think that's pretty darn amazing. So this is actually in part, I don't know if that's the word to use, but basically the folks who are behind Mabel and Pearl Tea Company are also the same people who are behind Purposeful Life Animal Rescue and Sanctuary.
Okay.
So this is kind of a cool way for them to tie the two things together.
Let's see. We have cats who we want to find homes for. We have tea.
Yeah.
Time to have tea with cats. It makes perfect sense to me as well.
And it also provides an enriching environment for cats who are waiting for their forever homes.
Well, yeah. I mean, it lets them have human interaction. And, of course, that it also lets the humans have cat interactions, which...
And you could bond with a cat and then decide, you know what? I'm taking this baby home.
Oh, that's just, you go for tea, you come home with a cat. I'm sure your spouse will be super excited.
Listen, the cat chooses you. You don't choose the cat.
That is very true. That's
how
very true.
things worked with your cat. She
It
just
did.
showed up on your porch a bunch, and then one day you let her inside.
And she hasn't stopped eating since. It's so true.
I just think this is such a cool idea.
Okay, so now this isn't happening yet. They're looking for community support for this to happen, correct?
So basically, you can follow Mabel and Pearl Tea Company on Facebook. And by the way, they got the names from their grandkitties, which I thought was really cute. And they have pictures of them everywhere. But then they're also going to be at local vendor events like the Eastern Iowa Pet Expo Christmas event on November 30th. And you can buy tea from them on their website or other fun merchandise. And that's going to help them raise enough money to open up this new establishment, hopefully in the Marion area.
Mabel and Pearl Tea Company. Now with more cats. Yeah. We could.
I mean, I know so many people who are already so excited about this.
Yeah. Hopefully it happens soon. And you can go have a little relaxing drink with some relaxing cats. You can find out more about Mabel and Pearl Tea Company and their goal for their cat cafe on the 98.1 K-Hawk app. Country 98.1 K-Hawk, Co-Wetzel, Jesse Murph, and High Road. It's Brain and Cortland. Good morning. We all have Thanksgiving dinner probably on our minds, getting ready to celebrate here in a couple of days, or maybe your family gathering is this weekend. And so we have a question that we're posing. We are a country music station, so let's all live a fantasy for a second. Let's just say that you've got some amazing connections and that a country star is willing to come and have Thanksgiving dinner with you and your family. We want to know, if you could choose one star to invite to dinner, who would it be?
So let's start this by talking about non-country stars that people want to invite to their Thanksgiving dinner.
Okay.
Ranker had people rank celebrities, and they have the top 20 celebrities that people agree on.
Okay.
So let's go down the top 10 real quick. Number 10, Tina Fey.
Okay.
Number 9, Scarlett Johansson.
Sure.
Number 8, Jennifer Aniston.
Well.
Number 7, Tom Hiddleston.
Okay.
6, Jimmy Fallon.
Yeah.
5, Patrick Stewart.
Sir Patrick Stewart.
He's 84 years old.
Well, he's a lovely man.
Number 4, Hugh Jackman.
Why not? Have you seen him in Deadpool and Wolverine?
Number 3, Meryl Streep.
Okay.
Number 2, Robert Downey Jr.
Seems like a load of fun.
And finally, at number 1 on the list, the celebrity people want to take to their Thanksgiving dinner,
I haven't seen the list, but I'm going to guess Tom Hanks.
Morgan Freeman.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean,
and he's 87.
I mean, Morgan Freeman.
People love inviting the older celebrities to
I guess
to lunch
so.
with them.
Is it because we don't know if the grandma and grandpa will have another Thanksgiving? Is that why we're doing that? Sorry.
That's sad.
Okay, so we are changing this up, and we're allowing you to invite one country star to your Thanksgiving dinner. And we have that question for you up on the K-Hawk Facebook page. We'd love to hear from you. By the way, if you do so, you're entered to win a Wild Hogs gift card. Enter before 7 a.m. tomorrow for your chance to win that. Cortland, who are you inviting to Thanksgiving? Which country star?
I've thought a lot about this in the last 5 minutes.
I did too. I was just thinking over here the same thing.
And it's got to be Dolly Parton.
Wow, okay.
I mean, who wouldn't want to hang out with Dolly Parton? You know she'd be the most humble. You know she'd help you clean up afterwards. She'd probably bring a bomb dish to share.
Oh, absolutely.
I just think she would be amazing.
So I picked a current country singer. And I just think that this guy, he seems like he would get along with everybody. He would not only eat a lot, but he seems like the kind of person who wouldn't be afraid to have a few beers in the garage while you're waiting for the turkey to get done. And that would be Luke Combs.
Oh, yeah.
I just think Luke Combs would be the perfect Thanksgiving companion.
Oh, he's just so down to earth.
I think so. He's a normal guy when he's not on stage being a country superstar. So, yeah, I go with Luke Combs. Although I think the country music genre is full of people and stars who, are maybe trend a little more towards normal than other celebrities.
I think Lainey Wilson would be another great
Lainey
choice.
was another person that really came top of mind to me.
Me too, yeah.
Who would be a ton of fun to just talk to and hang out with at Thanksgiving.
We're getting comments already for all sorts of different people.
Oh, my gosh. Yes. Look at all these names.
Winona Judd, Luke Bryan, Reba. She's
Yes.
another one who would be a blast.
I thought about choosing Reba, too, because who doesn't get along with Reba?
Alan Jackson.
Yes.
We also have Keith Whitley.
Okay. Well, Keith, yeah. Okay. All right. Well,
R.I.P.
I guess if you want to choose anybody past or present.
No, but this is more like.
Yeah, we want to know somebody who's with us. I get it, but let's stick with the living.
Ashley McBride.
Yeah, she seems like she'd be a lot of fun.
And Dustin Lynch also made the list.
So, yes, living country stars. Who would you like to? I guess we probably should have clarified. Who would you like to have come to your Thanksgiving dinner? Once again, comment on the K-Hawk Facebook page. And if you do it by 7 a.m. tomorrow morning, you're eligible to win that Wild Hogs gift card.
Yeah. So, just our Thanksgiving gift to you.
Yeah. If you want to tell us why you think they'd be a great guest, go ahead. And we'll make the phone call and make it happen. We've got all kinds of connections here at K-Hawk.
I mean, I did consider picking Brett Eldridge because I think I could convince him to fall in love.
I know your motives. I know your motives.
Oh, come on. Don't tell me you wouldn't want Casey Musgraves at your Thanksgiving dinner.
We would eat one serving and then run away together.
I'm sure your family would love that.
Oh, they'd never see me again.
You're going to traumatize every Thanksgiving for the rest of their lives.
Bye.
Thanksgiving, that's the day my dad ran away and left the family.
Dad's off for a new life. See you kids in Nashville. It's Brandon Cortland at K-Hawk. Cedar Rapids #1 for New Country, 98.1 K-Hawk. Nate Smith and World on Fire. Brandon Cortland, good morning. Seen a lot of people on my social media feed say that they are interested in that Brantley Gilbert concert at the Alliant Energy Powerhouse Arena. That'll be next March 14th.
Well, why wouldn't you be?
I know. Brantley going to be back in Cedar Rapids. We're giving away tickets today and tomorrow because, of course, with the Thanksgiving holiday, our business offices are closed on Thursday and Friday. So a couple more days this week to win tickets before you can buy them, Cortland.
Before you can buy them.
That's correct.
That's an important part of this.
The other important part is singing like Brantley Gilbert.
We're doing Brantley Okie this week. So basically what we do is we play a clip of a Brantley Gilbert song, and then you have to sing the next line back to us, and you get bonus points, which really mean nothing if you try to sound like Brantley Gilbert.
Yesterday we did Country Must Be Countrywide.
I think my Brantley impression today would be really good with
You do. You're very
how deep my voice has become.
You're very mannish, and I don't mean that in a bad way.
Thank you so much.
You're so welcome. Sing like Brantley and win tickets to see him in Cedar Rapids. Coming up at 7:10 with your country concert leader, 98.1 K-Hawk. Cedar Rapids #1 for New Country, 98.1 K-Hawk. Take a little ride from Jason Aldean. Good morning. It's Brandon Cortland. Welcome in to your chance to sing and win Brantley Gilbert tickets. Brantley going to be at the Alliant Energy Powerhouse Arena coming up in March of next year. And we have got your tickets here for you before you can even buy them, folks.
So all we're asking is that you sing the next line of a Brantley Gilbert song back to us with the correct lyrics.
Got to have the right lyrics. And yeah, we're joking around, and we'll give you bonus points if you sound like Brantley.
I would love to hear somebody do their best Brantley impression.
Would love it. Okay.
It would make my whole day.
Let's take a listen to the lyric we need you to finish this morning. And once again, we're picking huge Brantley hits. Here we go. Take a listen.
That's one.
Yeah.
Yeah, then you take over in your Brantley voice. But that does not
For
sound
a
like
super serious song.
Yeah, I don't understand why. Well, I'm not sure who this is. This voice comes out whenever I play that Brantley music.
No, I don't know what that is either.
I don't either. Anyway, one more time. Take a listen.
That's one.
And then you finish the lyrics. Caller 10 gets to sing first. 365-3698 or hit the call us button using your 98.1 K-Hawk app.
I don't think I can do that one.
Every time I try singing like Brantley, I just morph into Batman. Where's Brantley? Swear to me.
Oh, my God.
Sorry about that. Good luck for Brantley Gilbert tickets with your country concert leader, K-Hawk. It's Brady Cortland singing for some Brantley Gilbert tickets.
Hey, Hawk, good morning. You are caller number 10. Who's this and where are you calling from?
Kayla from Coralville.
All right, Kayla, get ready to sing. Here we go.
That's one hell of an amen. That's the only way to go.
Fighting a good fight till the good Lord calls you home.
Whoa, that's pretty good. Very nicely done. And, of course, you nailed it.
Awesome.
Nice job. You're going to see Brantley Gilbert in Cedar Rapids.
Thank you.
Very nicely sung by Kayla this morning.
Great job.
One hell of an amen is our Brantley Gilbert song today. Once again, remember our business office is closed Thursday, Friday, so we'll do this.
Are you smarter than us?
Cedar Rapids, #1 for New Country, 98.1 K-Hawk. It's Brain and Cortland. Time to play Are You Smarter Than Brain's Kids? Brought to you by Wild Hogs in Walford.
And this morning we have a returning champion on the phone.
Yeah.
Good morning, Nathan.
Good morning. How are you guys?
We're doing great. Are you all ready for Thanksgiving?
I am.
Awesome.
I'm leaving on Wednesday.
Awesome. So are we. We are ready to go. Well, good luck. Got to get all 3 questions right to get that Wild Hogs gift card.
Here we go. Question number 1. How many zeros are in the number 1 million?
6.
Yes.
Correct.
Starting off nice and easy.
We all can envision that check being handed to us.
All right. A history question now for you. The Statue of Liberty was a gift to the U.S. from which country?
That would be France.
Yes.
Not bad for an old person.
Ooh, 2 for 2.
All right. Nathan's feeling confident. Here we go for the win.
This is our Thanksgiving question. In 2023, which state that neighbors Iowa raised the most turkeys in the U.S.? It's a state.
Neighbors, Iowa.
It's a state that neighbors Iowa, and they raised the most turkeys in the whole United States last year.
Gobble, gobble.
This is a complete guess. I'm going to say South Dakota.
Oh, so sorry.
Negative.
It was
That's
Minnesota.
Yeah, I didn't know that either, but shout out to Minnesota for raising all those turkeys, I guess.
Yeah, that was a great try, Nathan. I snuck a hard one in there this week.
That's all right.
Thanks for calling in. Have a great Thanksgiving.
You too. Thank you very much.
Yep. I mean, I guess I can understand why you would guess South Dakota, maybe all those wide open spaces, just lots of turkeys just bobbing their heads.
I knew that one was going to be tough.
Minnesota. Huh?
Unless you're like maybe a turkey farmer, you probably don't know that.
I just, when you asked me that off the air, my first guess was Minnesota, but then for some reason I'm like, nah,
Missouri.
Missouri seems more turkey-ish. But that is indeed not the case.
So it seems more turkey-ish. What does that mean?
I don't know, but it's Missouri, so it can't be good. It's Brady Cortland and K-Hawk. Cedar Rapids, #1 for New Country, 98.1 K-Hawk. Dancing in the Country from Tyler Hubbard. Brady Cortland, good morning. It's a Tuesday, and it's the last Tuesday in November, which means it's our last listener lunch of the month, which, if you've been paying attention, means it's our last listener lunch of the year.
Yeah, unfortunately, I had my last listener lunch of the year last week. But you have one final visit to Edith Lucille's, and then it's all over.
It is. We're done for another year. We take the month of December off for the holidays. Our schedule's a little crazy. We know that your schedule out there, work and vacation and the holidays, gets a little wonky as well. So we'll regather. We'll reconvene for listener lunch in January. But congratulations to our final winner of 2024, Raven, and her coworkers with Parent Partners Program in Cedar Rapids.
We also want to give a shout out to all of the restaurants that we've eaten at this year. Lucky's on 16th, Fieldhouse First Avenue, Wild Hogs, Stadium Bar and Grill. We had Boondocks in June. We were at Runts Munchies in July.
Whiskey River in April. You skipped.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Whiskey River Grill in Palo. August was Tiffy Joe's. Then we had Biaggi's, Mas Margaritas, and of course, Edith Lucille's. I also have photos from all of our listener lunches at all of these places.
If you want lunch envy, if you didn't go out to eat with us, in 2024. Yeah, you can check out some photos of a lot of the great things that we had to eat over the course of the year. So,
And we had so many great conversations, too, with so many fun work groups.
yeah, a lot of people are like, hey, what do you enjoy about Listener Lunch? Well, obviously, like you folks, we enjoy great food at great local restaurants. But we also enjoy meeting you and hearing about your jobs and your lives. And, that's I think, the greatest enjoyment that we get out of it, along with the food. Look at the
Yeah,
line,
it's
the
a
food's
tie.
really
The
good.
food and the company, they're
Yeah.
both great.
Exactly.
And we have people ask us at Listener Lunch all the time, do you ever have any bad lunches? And honestly, I can think of maybe one in the last 10 years.
I know. Everybody that we go out to eat with is very nice, very friendly. And, hey, you should be. We're picking up the tab for you and your work group. And we'll do it again in 2025. Once again, don't enter for Listener Lunch now. That is no longer an option on the K-Hawk app and our website.
Yeah, we're going to throw out all the entries from this year and start fresh at the end of December.
Yeah. And when we do that, we'll announce where we're going for our first Listener Lunch in January 2025. So
We're excited to find out because we don't even know yet.
yeah, no, maybe it'll be someplace new. Maybe it'll be someplace we were at in 2024. We'll
I
have
think
to wait
it'll
and see.
probably be a place that's close to us because traveling in January in Eastern Iowa is not the best.
There's that we have to deal with too. So once again, a big thank you to every restaurant that participated in our Listener Lunch contest in 2024. You can see all of them and pictures of their amazing food on the 98.1 K-Hawk app.
Here's today's country music news of the day. It's Brain and Cortland's Country Quickies on 98.1 K-Hawk.
Well, the nominations for the Billboard Music Awards have been released in country dominating. Zach Bryan leading all artists with 21 nominations, topping some gal named Taylor Swift, who was second with 17. Morgan Wallen has 11 nominations. And then you take a look at the nominees for the top male artist. Zach Bryan, Morgan Wallen, along with Drake. And then Luke Combs and Post Malone. So country very well represented. The Billboard Music Awards will be happening live on Fox December 12th.
So back in October, Luke Combs and Eric Church hosted their Concert for Carolina benefit. They raised over $24 million to help victims of Hurricane Helene.
Yes.
Well, they announced ahead of the show that all of the proceeds would be split 50-50 between Eric and Luke and go to the charities of their choosing. Apparently, a lot of people in the area are growing frustrated that not much is being done to help people ahead of the winter season. So over the weekend, a fan took out their frustration on Luke and Eric. He tweeted, Helene storms victims of North Carolina want to know where that $24 million that was raised in this benefit concert is at. They're wondering why people are sleeping in tents almost a month after this concert. Do you care to comment, Luke Combs or Eric Church? And obviously, Luke didn't appreciate being accused of that, and he responded saying that his portion of the money was already split evenly between Manna Food Bank, Second Harvest Food Bank, Samaritan's Purse, and Eblin Charities. He said they are all hyper-local 501c3 charities that originate and operate in WNC. So that is all Luke had to say about that situation.
I mean, listen,
I don't know why they're taking it out on him.
No, and sometimes it's just getting things to those people in those rural areas that were hit so hard. I feel for them, I really do, but you just can't get stuff fast enough to them, unfortunately. All right, Shabuzi and his hit, A Bar Song. Perhaps you've heard of it. Now number one on the Billboard Hot 100 charts for the 19th week. It's almost a record. It ties him for the most weeks all time with the song Old Town Road. Remember that? My Little Nas X and
yeah.
Billy Ray, which got to 19 weeks back in 2019. Will Shabuzi break the record?
Yes.
So. I hope so. Good
I
for him
think
if
he will.
does. We'll have to wait and see. So 19 weeks, that ties the all-time record.
Okay, and this is something, Brain, that you and I can relate to. If you've ever been to a Zach Bryan show, you know that during the band introductions, his banjo player fakes a medical emergency. I remember you and I in Des Moines looking at each other like, is this real?
Well, on top of that, in Des Moines that night, there were also tornadoes going on around us, so there were things happening.
So during the song Revival, he slumps over and grabs his chest and eventually is brought back to life by his bandmates. Well, maybe the band should inform the medical personnel on site before they do this.
Yeah.
Because at a show on Friday night, paramedics watched this go down and they immediately ran to the stage to help like they're trained to do.
Exactly.
But when they got up to the front, they realized it was just a stunt, so they walked back to where they came from. And in the video on TikTok, you can overhear one of the paramedics saying they should have told us that was part of the act.
Yeah, you might want to
So,
alert
I don't
them.
know, maybe a lesson for next time. Warn somebody.
Yep. Probably a good idea. Those are your country quickies this morning. It's Braden Cortland on 98.1 K-Hawk. Cedar Rapids number 1 for New Country, 98.1 K-Hawk. Miles on it, Kane Brown, Marshmallow, Braden Cortland. Good morning. We asked earlier this morning, and you can still take part in our little informal quiz or survey on the K-Hawk Facebook page. If you could invite one country star over to Thanksgiving dinner at your place, who would you choose?
And you chose...
I chose Luke Combs. He just seems like he's kind of an everyday guy. He could sit back, kick back a few, hang out, enjoy plenty of food, and just kind of relate to everybody.
And I
you,
chose
of course.
Dolly Parton.
Yeah, and she has proven, both of our choices actually have been proven to be quite popular choices on the K-Hawk Facebook page.
But we're getting some other responses too. We've got like 139 comments right now.
Which is awesome. Keep them coming.
And another good one that I didn't really think about off the top of my head, Jelly Roll.
Yeah, oh, can you imagine the conversations you could have with him at Thanksgiving dinner?
Oh my goodness, that would be amazing.
A lot of folks have chimed in with Lainey Wilson. She'd be great. You know, Cody Johnson just seems like a really nice, normal, down-to-earth kind of guy, too, who I think would fit in very good.
And
at
Thomas
dinner.
Rhett, he'd bring all 8 million of his children.
I don't think he has quite that many, but stay tuned.
Chris Stapleton is another response on the Facebook page. I don't know. Chris seems like he's very quiet and doesn't talk a whole lot. He might fit in with the men in my family who try to avoid all the loud women and go outside and smoke a cigarette.
That's right. Shout out to Aaron who chimed in on the K-Hawk app and said, who would have the amount of stories to tell other than Willie Nelson?
Oh.
And I said, plus, you know what Willie would bring to the potluck? Something to share. Just saying.
Ooh, how about this one? Jacqueline said Blake Shelton.
Yes.
I bet he would be really fun at a party.
And a lot of people, or some people, are also chiming in with a choice that they would like to have dinner with. But also, like Colleen said, Alan Jackson, my mom and dad loved him as much as I do now. So, yeah, that's kind of cool, choosing someone that you love and that your mom and dad also were a fan of. I get that.
Yeah, we do still have people who are commenting with dead people.
Yeah, I get it. That's fine. That's fine. You
don't think it's going to work out so well.
No, I don't think it probably will.
Billy
either.
said Morgan Wallen.
Okay. All right. Keep
He'll
the chairs.
hop on the roof with you and chuck a chair off of it.
Keep the chairs bolted to the floor. I'm sure that's the first person who makes that joke. He'd be like, oh, I haven't heard that one a million times.
No, I think he'd probably leave.
I don't think he'd probably leave. Come on.
Ooh, Kenny Chesney. Dawn said Kenny.
Okay. All right.
I think he'd rather be somewhere warm for Thanksgiving.
You better have Thanksgiving on a beach if you want Chesney at your dinner table.
Yeah.
That's all I got to say. So if you can still chime in on our conversation if you want. If you could invite one country star to Thanksgiving dinner, who would it be? Head to the K-Hawk Facebook page, because if you leave your comment there by 7 a.m. tomorrow, you could win a gift card to Wild Hogs in Walford. It's
we're just going to randomly select somebody and give you a gift card. It's our early Thanksgiving gift to you.
It's a gift card, and then we'll contact the artist you chose, and then you just
see
wait
if
on
they'll
things.
show up.
Just leave the door unlocked on Thursday afternoon. Who knows what might happen?
Oh, yeah. Okay.
It'll be nothing, but who knows? Thanks for all the comments. Head to the K-Hawk Facebook page and tell us who you want at your Thanksgiving dinner. It's Braden Cortland at K-Hawk.
Hey, Hawk, good morning. You are caller number 10.
Good morning. Awesome.
Way to go. What is your name?
It's Daryl.
Well, Daryl, congrats. You've got a pair of weekend passes to see all the stars coming to County Line Country Fest in 2025, July 31st through August 2nd. You've got a while to plan your trip, but enjoy nonetheless.
Awesome. Thanks again, guys.
Nice job, Daryl. We'll do it one more time this week anyway. One more chance to win County Line Country Fest tickets coming up tomorrow morning. Earlier at around 6:40 with your country concert leader, 98.1 K-Hawk. Cedar Rapids, number 1 for New Country, 98.1 K-Hawk. Keith Urban and Messed Up As Me. It's Braden Cortland. You know, when we announced the Sand in My Boots music festival that Morgan Wallen was kicking off, we're just like, oh my gosh, can you believe that lineup? All kinds of country stars, also stars from other musical formats, going to be down in Gulf Shores, Alabama. And then all of a sudden we found out we're giving away a trip for 2 to go to the festival.
I know. Isn't that just crazy?
I know. If we sound a little bit jaded and bitter, it's because we can't
It's
go.
because we are.
Yeah. It's because tickets for this sold out almost right away when they went on sale. But we're giving away a trip for 2 to the Sand in My Boots Music Festival happening on May 16th through the 18th in Gulf Shores, Alabama. Who wouldn't want to go?
I mean, I don't know. I feel like everyone should want to go to this.
Morgan Wallen, Bailey Zimmerman, Post Malone, Brooks and Dunn, just to name a few. Grand prize winner includes 2 weekend passes. That's right. You get to see every artist, every show at the entire festival. Weekend hotel accommodations.
You're going to be so tired.
You will be, but it'll be worth it. Round trip airfare, $500 spending cash. I think that's enough.
All right.
All you got to do is enter the codes 820, 1020, 120, 420, and 720 for your chance to win. This is the biggest flyaway we've ever done. It's going to be huge, and you can be there for the Sand in My Boots Music Festival with K-Hawk. Cedar Rapids, #1 for New Country, 98.1 K-Hawk with George Burge. That's Cowboy Songs. Brain and Cortland wrapping it up here on a Tuesday. Cortland wrapping up her time in Iowa before Thanksgiving. You and Tater are on the road again.
Yeah, I still have a few more things that I got to do here, but as soon as I'm done, I'm going to be headed out. Going to give Tater some medicine. Hopefully it puts him to sleep so he doesn't bother me the entire 8-hour drive.
It's literally the same as having a toddler.
But I fully prepared for this yesterday. I mean, I got everything packed. I cleaned out my car. I got an oil change. I got the lug nuts or whatever tightened on my tires.
Good
so
job.
I am like ready to go. I'm just hoping that there's not a ton of traffic.
Oh, why would there be? It's only Thanksgiving holiday. I mean, yeah, no, you won't. Listen, I'm sure once you get in and around Chicago, it'll be fine.
Oh, yeah. That's the area that's always totally
Yeah,
fine.
no, nobody travels there. Well, yeah, safe travels. Cortland heading out here a little later on this morning, and you will not be at listener lunch. So
No, I will not.
we'll bid a fond farewell at Edith Lucille's.
Eat in my memory.
All right, dad joke to get us out here on a Tuesday.
All right, Brain. How many bakers does it take to make a pie?
I don't know.
3.14.
Okay, all right. There you go. Wow, not often you get a dad joke
Math humor.
that's mathematically accurate. All right, well, hey, happy Thanksgiving. Have a great Thanksgiving with your family.
Yeah, I'll see you next Tuesday.
Yep, you're taking another day for travel on Monday. So next Tuesday, you'll be back.
See you later.
I'd say you'd be back in time for lunch, but it's December.
I know. You and I could just go to lunch by ourselves.
We
somewhere.
could, but then we'll have to pay for it.
I know.
All right, I'll be back tomorrow morning, bright and early at 5 a.m. Until then, have a great day. So long.